Good morning, y'all. There's a little bit of a problem with Lady Bell, the RV. And now we're underneath the RV because
and I may fall right back down the floor, but your love lifts me back to solid ground.
Y'all, it is an exciting day here at the campground.
Yep, because this thing, the RV, which has not been washed since last year, finally gets to be cleaned. And the reason is because, you know, we've been in the desert, water's at a premium, nobody wants you to use water to wash something this big, so now we're in Mississippi and there's plenty of water, there's no restrictions, there's no nothing, so they said do what you want, so we will.
But look how dirty it is. This is underneath the front cap. It's so gross. And here's the front of the cap. Ugh. What are you doing?
I'm working, that's what I'm doing.
Looks like you're having tons of fun under here.
Let me show you. Rubbing alcohol.
To the rescue again.
Now, I'm not an expert. I don't know what effect it has on gel coat, but at this point it's the only darn thing that's going to get some of this nasty stuff off. I've already done this part, so you can see the alcohol is not perfect, but it gets most of it off. That's the before, because that's the side I haven't done yet.
Ugh.
And this is the after. I'm sure if I put more elbow grease into it, I'd get it, but as soon as we take off, it's going to do it again. So I'm just getting the bulk of it off.
So the soap and the water didn't get that off.
Oh, no, it didn't cut through this at all.
All right. What are we going to see?
Underneath the front cap. Now, this is not ready for showroom. This is just most of the dirt and grime gone, but you'll see the difference.
Okay, here's this side. Yeah, that side looks good. This was a nasty side, y'all. Let's see. Wow. So what are them black smears then?
They're tougher. They're not coming out, and I don't want to press it into the gel
that
coat.
makes sense. You're washing it again to get the alcohol residue off, correct?
Yeah, make sure there's no residue left.
Okay. All right, y'all. I am going to give you a site tour of our campsite here at Goshen Springs Campground in Brandon, Mississippi. It is one of our favorite campgrounds, and let me show you why. Look at this pad. It's a double wide concrete pad that goes all the way to the street, and then we picked a site that backs up to the tree line. It's a full hookup site. They keep it well manicured, and on this site is your full hookups. You've got your sewer right here, 50 amp electric, and then your water. It's wide enough to park 2 vehicles, and the reason we have 2 is because my mom's letting us borrow the little car to get around town and everything like that. And look how nice these sites are. They're really nice. Nice concrete double wide pads. The roads in here are really nice.
Good morning, y'all. There's a little bit of a problem with Lady Bell, the RV. Right now, this is our wet bay. See? This is our kitchen tank handle. This is our bathroom handle. Let me get this out of the way. This is our black tank. You know what the black tank is. It's where your commode and that kind of stuff goes down. So this thing has been hard to open. And by hard to open, I mean really hard. Like the last time, you know, I'm pretty strong. I had to use 2 hands, 2, in order to get it open. And my worry is not that I can't get it open eventually. My worry is that the pull handle is going to break. There's a cable, y'all, that goes from this handle all the way back through our system, all the way to the valve that opens and closes. And I'm concerned about the plastic handle breaking. So, and also maybe if it won't open very well, maybe it's not sealing very well. And if it's not sealing very well, then that means you get more water here. Now that's why we have this Valterra valve, just in case. But who wants a whole bunch of water right here anyways, just sitting at the valve? So I'm a big proponent of learning to do things yourself. I mean, you know that. I've told you that a lot of times. But in this case, I've got to learn. I've got to learn how to do the black tank valve. And so we're hiring somebody to come out. He's very highly recommended. And if he works out, I'll tell you who he is and recommend him to you. But we got to see what kind of job he does first. So he's going to come and he's going to install it, and we're going to see how it's done. All right, y'all, we've been here for a little while now in Goshen Springs, and we started to notice something out in the yard, and we didn't know what it was. Honestly, thought it might have been fire ants or something, but we know what fire ant mounds look like. We've been seeing these things. That's an older one, and here's a newer one. So what do you think these are? What did you think they were before you knew what they were?
Fire ant mounds.
So you thought these were fire ant mounds. These things, here's my finger. See about now how big it is. See, this thing's probably 3 or 4 inches tall. These are crawfish mounds. Yeah, crawfish. You can go crawfish fishing, I guess, right here in your backyard in Mississippi, because this is where they live. They'll burrow underground and make these little dirt mounds, and then you just run over them with the lawnmower, but the crawfish are deep down underground, several inches. There are people who have gone crawfish fishing in their backyards on YouTube.
What did you get at Sam's?
I finally got a mattress topper because the one we have has gone kablooey. So we needed another one. My back needed another one.
And there it is. This time it says pillow top and memory foam. I don't think our last one it was pillow top, was it?
No, and this is by Serta, and our last one is from some brand I never heard of. I still can't remember what it was.
Right.
So this should be a lot better. Okay. So we're hoping this is heaven in a box. And we got this because, well, I'll let her point out why we got it.
This, y'all, lift it up, Matthew. That's about a 2 to 3 inch foam topper that we got in Bushnell, Florida, the first month of RVing, because look at our mattress, y'all.
This is the original mattress that came with the RV.
We slept on that maybe a week to 2 weeks, because I don't think we got the foam topper until we went to Paradise Oaks and Bushnell. So we slept on that mattress for like 2 weeks, and then we got the topper. Can y'all tell whose side is whose? Let me see if I can zoom in on this. Look at that.
Who sleeps on this side and who sleeps on this side? Anybody want to guess which one is mine?
It's kind of hard to tell, but it definitely sinks down right there.
Do you see that? It's ripped in half.
The one difference with this one is it's got the cooling cover, and they say it's pillow top, where obviously this is not. Now we're going to take this mattress off, throw it in the dumpster, because guess what? We're at the campground. We can throw it away.
All right, hold this, put your hand on it in the middle.
I'm gonna do Matthew. I tried to roll the old foam topper up, and I rolled with it, and I got stuck, and it can't get up. Let me try. Ah! 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 Oh, okay, that works.
I'm putting it back here just so it doesn't roll off.
And mess the hitch up.
No, I was going to think about putting it up here, but it might roll off. So.
Oh.
There we go.
Ooh, is that a buzzard?
Oh my goodness, it's huge.
They were in the dumpster. So did someone throw like a dead animal in the, or fish guts or something? You're gonna have to throw does not smell good.
I was gonna say that.
Y'all need smell.
Something done out here.
That's what the
not good.
that's what the buzzards are eating.
Y'all, when they put dumpsters way back in the way back, there's a reason. It's terrible.
Man, that stunk.
Yeah.
Better finish it.
Yep.
Yay! Now we gotta flip it again. Alright, y'all. We are going to share our experience of did we get a good night's sleep?
So, for me, because I'm the one who had more of the back discomfort, kind of back pains from, you saw it, there was a big hole that you ripped right in the middle of the foam topper we had before. So this time I woke up and my back felt fine. The good and the bad is I can still feel that there's a hard mattress underneath and that it kind of has a divot in my spot. So even though I can tell that, I didn't wake up with any back discomfort, no twinges, no nothing, and I was like that all night, whether I was lying on my back or my side or anything. So far for me, I'm going to give it an A.
And I didn't wake up with any back pain, hip pain, or anything like that, but I had a harder time adjusting to it, but I'm always like that. Even with our Cadillac mattress that we had and our sticks and bricks, it takes me a few days to get used to anything new on a bed, whether it's a mattress or a mattress topper, but I didn't wake up with any pain, so that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing.
Alright, y'all, today is another exciting day because the dark horse, yay, gets to get washed. Look at this. Months of boondocking. I think the last time the dark horse got washed might have been Monroe, Utah, and that was before we made our trek to Quartzsite. I do not think we've washed it since Quartzsite. It looks really shiny. You can see your reflection in it.
Yeah, you didn't think it
See?
had shine
You
anymore,
can see the reflection in the reflection.
Wow.
Isn't that neat?
It's black again.
Yeah. It's really shiny. It looks like it's been waxed. I know it hasn't, but y'all, it's really shiny.
Alright, y'all, so we've been talking about getting our black tank valve replaced, right? So we talked to the technician, the mobile RV tech, and now we're underneath the RV because this is where they would be. This is the sewer outlet, and somewhere along here is our black tank, which means to access it, they said they wanted to make a big cut in this underbelly. This is coroplast. It's kind of like plastic cardboard in a way, but it seals up the underbelly. They want to make a big cut and open a flap to access it, and that makes perfect sense. However, I called Grand Design and I've done a lot of research online, and a lot of people say that even though it's very commonplace for technicians to do that and usually doesn't pose much of a problem, it can pose a problem. I'm not saying sealed, maybe posing as a leak opportunity or a water intrusion opportunity if you don't keep it taped up. We've even called emailed another YouTube channel who famously did this, and they said they haven't had any problems with it, but they did have to retape it. So our other option is to drop the underbelly. Now, if the technician did that, it would take a lot of time and money because right where my feet are, there are bolts. And you undo those bolts and screws, and then it drops this, and it's easier to access everything without cutting.
And then I was like, no, I don't want to cut the underbelly because, you think of, we don't have the installation in there like the Solitudes and the Momentums do, but it's like, what if you cut a water line or an electric line? And then so we called Grand Design, and when Grand Design said do not cut the underbelly, they said drop it. And then Matthew posed the question in our group, the 337, and the majority of the people said Do not cut it. I've cut it. We've had nothing but problems with it. We're going back in to get a whole new underbelly now. So I'm of the opinion to drop the whole underbelly and then fix the black tank valve.
So stick with us and we'll let you know how it turned out and what happened.
What you got there?
I have a new cap for the sewer system
Okay.
because the other one got old. Honestly, it got old and brittle and broke, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Come on. All right, this is the old sewer cap. Obviously, the cap is still intact, but what is not still intact is this string held the cap just dangling here. In fact, you can see this. There's a little plastic ring right here. That was attached to this. And so when you took the cap off, you didn't have to worry about it. It wouldn't go anywhere. It would just sit here and dangle. Well, eventually it just had too much. It's just, you know, the sun and the stress and everything, it just broke. So we got a new one. So now, that was easy. I didn't need a new cap, but you don't just order the string, so we got the whole thing. All right. I bet you can't tell who made it. All right, let's see. I think it's just push it in and you're done. Wow, and that's it. There's our new cap. Now here's a question. Do we have any use for this old cap? Should we keep it? What does Sean think?
No.
No, don't keep it. All right. Trash. I don't think anybody would appreciate this as a donation either.
Ew.
You want to use sewer cap? It's free.
Why are you playing with baby powder?
It's all about keeping the RV fresh. So this is old internet wisdom, which you've all probably heard before, but I actually asked one of the Grand Design technicians, not somebody at a even at a dealership. These are the guys who travel around, drive 75,000 miles a year to help people out, help dealerships out, Grand Design's own techs. And they said take a sock, an old sock, see this one's kind of worn out, and fill it with some baby powder. And this is all about the slide sweeps. Let's show you the slide sweep. The slide sweep. So the concern is on ours. I called and talked to Lippert, the manufacturer, and they said they're self-lubricating. What does that mean? It keeps itself fresh and pliable for its lifetime, expected lifetime. But unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case with ours. I'm not saying they're wrong, I'm just saying ours act differently. Sometimes when we bring our slides out, this will be folded in like that, and that's how it's gonna look. It's not a very good seal like that. So let me undo that. And they said, from what I've heard, one of the reasons is these need to be lubricated. So again, actually at the Grand Design Rally, it's their SRT techs, you know, the big guns. They said to everybody, you can lube these with baby powder. All right, let's see how this goes. Okay. And you can see, I don't know if the camera picks up on this. Ooh, yeah, that works.
Yeah, you're supposed to bang it. Oh my goodness.
That makes a mess.
That looks horrible.
It does look horrible. What I'll probably do after this is take a paper towel and like wipe it down so that whatever gets worked in there gets worked in there.
You did it. Ugh.
Back away from the cloud.
And they're probably like, why did you do this after you washed the RV?
Because I didn't want this to coat the dirt and the oils and stuff that were on the slide sweeps. Now obviously, y'all, we're not just going to let something like this just float around the RV.
Ugh.
So this will keep this dust storm contained. All right, now on a serious note, I don't want to leave it looking like this.
All right, y'all, we are fixing to leave to go to an eye appointment while we're here in Mississippi. Last time we came, he gave us a 2-year prescription, so we're still early by like a few months, but we don't know now when we're going to be back in Mississippi since we had this emergency. So they went ahead and got us in, so we're going to go back to the eye doctor and see if we yet again will get a 2-year prescription.
It's dark and I'm wearing sunglasses. I'll give you one guess why.
His eyes got dilated. Mine did not this time, but I have blue eyes, and blue eyes are generally sensitive to light, so I have mine on too.
Y'all, we have the best eye doctor. We really do. He remembers us. I mean, he hasn't seen us in what, like a year and a half?
Year and a half.
So we got a 2-year prescription. Each of us did, and it's just good to go back to the same person who knows you, who knows your condition year after year or term after term. It just makes you feel good that they can know what you were like last time, what you're like this time, and if you're better or worse. And our eye health is both pretty darn good.
We could go to any eye doctor on the road. We're not trying to discourage you that you have to come back. We're just saying that Mississippi is central to, because our home is in Florida. So honestly, about a year and a half to 2 years, and y'all know this time it wasn't a family emergency, so we wound up here anyways. We're like, and he's willing to write us a 2-year prescription. So yeah, we will definitely just stick with this eye doctor because like we'll always be coming through Mississippi at least every couple of years. So
yep, I mean you got family here, so gotta come by. All right, y'all, we've got a brand new segment today on the show. What is that segment called?
Will it tow?
All right, y'all, put in the comments below. Will it tow? What do you think? That's a pretty sturdy looking Toyota Corolla there. It's got a lot of hamsters under the hood, so put in the comments below, will it tow?
And it's got a pretty big trunk too.
Yeah, that trunk should accommodate the pin box.
Yeah. So, tell everybody what you're doing.
So it's been a couple weeks since we tried to empty the black tank the last time. I put in some valve lube into the system and we're about to leave tomorrow, so I want to see if it's going to be sticky or what's going to happen. All right, that's the one. Oh, nice. That was very nice.
You think the drain lube worked?
I think it helped, yes. All right, y'all, there's the enemy. The enemy's been spotted. It's a mouse. That's a big one, too. It's not coming anywhere near us. I mean, it is about, 20 feet away, but we're just sitting here doing our jobs and saw the mouse. You stay out there. You know what's good for you.
So our time here in Mississippi is coming to a close. One thing about the Goshen Springs campground that we're staying at right now, it's our second time here. In fact, we got the same site. They were in transition when we got here to going to a reservation system, and we didn't know what that meant. We didn't know if some sites would still be first come, first serve, and some would be reserved. No, every site is reserved. They just literally plastered the whole campground with these red signs. We'll try to get a picture of one so y'all can see what we're talking about. And they have them on all the electrical posts too, saying that you cannot park in a site without registering, and if you do, they will tow you.
And the reason they have to do that is because for the longest time, as Sean's mentioned, they've been first come, first served, and that's kind of the way we liked it here. But it's a new day, it's a new system. They have a new fancy computer system for the whole thing, so you should still be able to get a spot if you're used to getting a spot here, but just call ahead, or I think that you can do it online too.
That being said, my grandmother did have 2 acres of land that she was willing to let us stay on. She even told us she had water out at her barn and in the middle of her property. But just because you have 2 acres, y'all, does not mean it's good to park an RV on. Even in Mississippi, her property was very hilly. It was not level, and even if it was level, Mississippi has gotten so much rain.
And the slightest amount of rain, and we know this firsthand, y'all, the slightest amount of rain, and you drive on that property and you're gonna sink. Because we did, just with the truck, just to park off the driveway, and we just, right there we go, so.
And the other issue was our black tank
Oh yeah.
valve, but we decided not to go with a mobile tech here in Mississippi.
So, we have something up our sleeves, and honestly, we're not going to tell you yet. You're going to have to stick around, because could it go horribly wrong, or is everything going to be just perfect? Honestly, you're just going to have to wait and see, because if we knew, we might tell you, but we don't know.
We are wanting to get back out west because that's where we were. We were going to spend our summer out west. Our goal was to make it to Montana. We
Yeah,
still
buddy.
hope to make it to Montana, but we were going east when we leave here.
Surprise!
And you're probably like, why are you going east if you want to go back west? It's a very important reason why. You'll have to stay tuned in the next video to see why are we going east and what state are we going to land in.